Hey, how's it going, everybody out there in YouTube land? This is Roy from Horizon Picks, my YouTube channel, Horizon Picks, and my eBay store, Horizon Picks. This is a eBay sales update video for July 2016. What you're about to see is my top 40 picks for the month. I will be showing you what they sold for, including shipping. I'll tell you what I paid for them, if there's anything interesting about said item, and where I got it, and let's go. If you just so you know, these prices. I have a sheet here which actually has my best offer prices. I usually do 30-day fixed price with make offer. I did run some sales during the month of July. I also did some auctions. We were on vacation for about 5 days, so I kind of had to maneuver around that. July, for being July, has been a pretty good month. It's Friday the 22nd. It is scorching hot today and this weekend for picking or yard sailing. So I'm just inside, and at the request of many people, I got my cam working, and here I am to go over these top 40 for July. So here we go. First off is this Netgear thumb drive type wireless plug adapter, what have you. The cool thing about this is I got this at a yard sale. And when you go to a yard sale, a lot of times they just have a little free box at the end of the driveway, or please take me, or whatever. And this was in a box of just wires, and I looked in and I saw it. And Netgear is a good brand, and I've worked with these before. These little plugs are great for taking with you for Wi-Fi. You could plug them into a variety of devices to get a Wi-Fi signal, and this was just in there, and it was free, and so I grabbed it and was very happy. The guy was like, please take it. So I said, oh, excellent. And I ended up actually getting 2 USB cables in this box for free as well, which I used for 2 phones, which I actually sold, which are coming up. So this is item, I think, 39 or 40, and we'll be building up in price as we go. And that's about that. So next, this was gotten in a bin. I actually got a bin of health and beauty products at an auction, a very fast-paced auction, and I think I paid $3 or $4 at the most for the bin. I was actually in it for the bin. I'm in a process of revamping my inventory, and any bins I could get for cheap is great. So this was a lot. This Chanticleer, it's a higher end, good quality. They sell these at Sephora and stuff like that. This was a lot. The beauty products, I probably ended up lotting up about 7 or 8 different lots of products, and this is one of them. The cool thing about this is, you see, it's not even full. It's half full. I think the other one I said was 75% full, and then there were these one-shot treatments. And a lot of times, if you get stuff in box lots, if you start piecing them together, I mean, this is usable product, as long as you state what you're getting and how much is in it. Stuff can be opened, provided that it doesn't have like an applicator tip or anything like that. But this was fair game to sell as used. I took a best offer of $15 on this, and it went first class. Here's another lot, very similar to the last. This is Keels, another pretty good brand. I had seen this body polish tube alone selling for $15-20 just by itself. On this lot, I took a best offer of $16. Again, shipped first class. And that was in that bin of cosmetics that I had gotten. This beer Stein I thought was pretty cool. I got this, I think I paid $1 at a local auction. It has this really pretty slip glaze, not your normal beer Stein kind of look. It's Lowenbrau, spelled out, I guess, in German there. And I took a best offer of $18 on this Stein, and it shipped in one of the free boxes from the post office. It just fit into that. KD, he's now Golden State Warrior. If you look at the date here, these were sold, I think, a few days after he announced he was going over there. I think he's a Warrior. If not, then he's annoyed and back with the Thunder. At any rate, when he was in the news, these sold on a buy it now for $20. I had these during the NBA season and into the playoffs. I thought I'd get maybe $25-30, but I only had, I think, $4 into these. I had gotten these in actually at a flea market. A gal has great shoes and sells me five pairs, any 5 pairs for $20. And sometimes I need, you need to clean them up a little bit, but these were just, in fantastic shape. So $20, thought I'd get more, but off they go. These cards, again, at same flea market. I wanted to show these because not real high money, but for 2 reasons I wanted to show these. One, you never know what you're going to find when you go up to someone's table or booth. A guy was a total biker dude. He had Harley leathers and a bike, and he had all these parts and stuff, very motorcycle-centric type stuff. And over in the corner, he just had this bowl of these SD cards, and very strange. And I kind of went up, and I had asked him, and he looked like he really didn't care about them at first. And I started to count them up, and there was about 50 in the bowl. And I just said, how much? And originally they wanted like way too much. And then I kind of said, well, how about $15? And he was happy to take the $15. But you see, I lotted these up into lots of 5. These cards are great. You can use them in your computer, laptop, throw them in your bag. They're also good for a wide variety of cameras and various devices. So you can see here 3 sold. I've taken offers. I think $17.99 was the lowest. I sold one the other day for the full 20. The other reason that I show these is that these are one of the first items I've done using eBay promoted listings. Anytime you have multiples, so I had 10 lots of these, I believe that's the criteria for the promoted listings. You have more than one, and I think you might have to do something with the shipping as well. I'm doing free shipping on these. They just go in a under 6 ounce cheap first class packet with some cardboard around them, so they have some protection. So I'm already in almost $60 for the 3 lots, and I still have 7 more to go. And I believe I'm giving a commission of a few bucks per lot to eBay. But I've actually seen 2 sell in the last week or week and a half after I did the promoted listings campaign. So something to definitely check out. It's kind of new on eBay. Really easy to set up, and if you sell multiples, and for me, I had these for a while. I didn't sell them on my own. If it's something that you can set up and make some sales out of it, go for it. I gotta kind of say thumbs up for a 10 or 15 minute setup of a campaign. So check it out. It's in your promotions tab under your eBay store. Yingling beer, one of my favorite beers, especially this is local to where I live. This tray probably had it up less than a week. I got this in a box lot at an auction. I probably paid, $3 or $4 for the box lot. Most likely because of the bin. I was going for the bin, and anything else is gravy. This one was kind of cool in that it has like the pitcher divot on the left-hand side there. I took a best offer of $20 on this tray, and it was easy to ship. I believe it just went in bubble wrap and 2 Tyvek envelopes. Namco, these I've sold a couple of these. This one I believe I had in storage over the winter. I wasn't able to sell it last, I think, Christmas season. I think I got this at a garage sale for probably, I usually wouldn't pay more than $1 or $2. And this one also had the little expander card in the back that had 2 more games. You see the orange little plug in the back there, add-on. I took a best offer of $20 on this, and I actually have another one that I found at the Goodwill, and I have that up. So that one does not have the little expander card, but these are a regular seller. Any of these, Ms. Pac-Man, Mario Brothers, Donkey Kong, those classic games, people just love them. They love to play them, and this one's cool because you can hook it up to almost any TV and just play away. Power Ranger Pogs. I included this because, not for the price per se. I took a best offer of $20, and I think I did free shipping. I may have, no, I didn't actually. The guy paid for first class, but this one's one of those. It is a McDonald's item. People are really down on fast food premiums, but this one, totally random, in a box lot, in a plastic bag. It looked like, it wasn't a McDonald's bag, but it looked like somebody may have just gotten these from a McDonald's employee or something. They were all, stacked up, and it was just lay them out, take a picture, $20, off they go, and they're Pogs, they're light, and somebody got 63 pieces and another nice pile of them. Oh, I probably paid, I don't know, $2 or $3 for the bin that I got those in. Panasonic, this one I know, I got this at a local auction, again for the bin. It had this and a couple other electronics in the bottom, some wires and stuff. This actually was put out by Marlboro back in the day with you collect points and send in and get merchandise. But Panasonic's a good brand. I usually don't have any issues with that brand when I send it out or ship it, or it's pretty solid. What was great about this is it's complete. You get everything. You get it all. It's all complete in the original packaging. On the Panasonic, I took a best offer of $21.24 on that, so a few bucks off, and I believe it went the flat rate priority mail. Again, the bin I bought these in was probably a few bucks, and probably in it for the bin. This shaver, I'd had this up for probably 2 months. I had a couple offers on it, really lowball offers, and I just kind of let it ride. This I got in a box lot at auction from a guy that I know, another reseller, and this type of electronics and stuff isn't something that he's really interested in, but I know he definitely takes good care of his stuff. He doesn't put broken crap in his box slots. So I got a lot of really nice vintage and current electronics and most of it worked, and this one definitely worked. The Sunbeam shaver, $22.99. Yeah, so I got full price on this on a buy it now. I had it higher. It's in really, really nice shape. If you look here, the foil had a little ding on the bottom there, but it works. It's handheld. You can actually still use it with the case and everything. So I think I paid maybe $5 or $6 for the box lot because my buddy put it together, so I kind of knew it was legit. So along with this, I have a bunch of other stuff that I think I may have sold a couple other items in there as well. Oh, this cute ceramic Mickey and Minnie. I got this at an auction. I probably paid $2 or $3. when I saw the box, it looked like that. It was super clean, and I opened it, and this very beautiful, cute. It is a music box. I don't know what song it plays, but it does work. It was mint. It just probably needed a little dusting. And this sold overnight. I put this up. I probably could have got more for it. Didn't really find anything on eBay comparable. So for 25 bucks on a few bucks, you got to move some things along. And this was just the other day, and off it went. This was similar to the last item. This sold overnight. This was an item that I had gotten in a box lot with, kind of strange. This was thrown in with some cords and gas and oil stuff, and it just looked pretty old, looked nice, and I know people still play gin. Gin's very popular. Card games are popular, but what really got me about this is this holder was so Bakelite. It's definitely Bakelite. If you don't know what Bakelite is, you got to know what it is. And it's this, resinous kind of plastic that was used back in the day for jewelry and all kinds of stuff, different home products and radios, and it really kind of dates this and makes this, in my opinion, way more desirable. See, I have Bakelite here in the description. This one, like I said, sold overnight, and I believe it just went into the global shipping program overseas. I can't remember where, but I probably should have or could have gotten more for it. Usually they say when you get a sale like that, you probably listed it too low. But it is what it is. You learn and you move on. This just regular 505 jeans, simple. They're just your regular straight leg, a little bit of a 32 by 30. Nice jeans. Took best offer $25. They go into a flat rate mailer. Easy peasy. I love selling jeans. It can be tedious, but when you sell them, I pick jeans up. I usually never pay more than $2 for a pair of jeans, and 9 times out of 10 I get them. Usually I do have a tendency to pick them up when people are packing up at the flea markets. They're trying to put the clothes away, and they really, a lot of times, they just want to get rid of stuff, and I see that Levi's tag, I grab it for usually, I've gotten the pairs for $1.25. So on 25 bucks on this, it's I can't ask for any more on it. This Coach bag I got at a flea market. No, at an auction. And this was from another reseller. He assured me that it was real. They do have a Coach outlet out where we live, and I believed them. It sold within a couple days. On the Coach bag, I took the best offer of $25.49. It just had every kind of hallmark that, in my opinion, it looked legit, it looked vintage, and it was in fantastic shape. I could have probably asked, double, and it had it sit, but I'm a quick flip kind of guy, and for easy shipping, I paid $2 at the auction for this piece, and easy in, easy out. Oh, this Keurig. This is part of a couple different pieces that I got at a yard sale. I ended up picking up a couple pairs of shoes, and the shoes were 2 pairs for $5 a pair, and the lady really wasn't kind of coming down on that, but she had this Keurig as well. And I said, hey, what's up with the Keurig? She said, well, it doesn't work. It was missing. It's actually missing the cup part. this portion on the side, and it did have the tank and the bottom part, which I actually pieced out when I got this. But I said, hey, can you throw in that Keurig? I'll give you the $10 for the 2 pairs of shoes. And she said, oh yeah, no problem. I said I could work with it. Well, Keurig, let's see, what did I get? I took a best offer of $21.24 on this. Off it went. And then here's the tank. And I took a best offer of $27.50 on this, but I did do free shipping on the tank. I knew it would sell. It was in great shape. So I got, what is that? 40, almost $50 between the two pieces for the Keurig that she threw in. So very happy. And I put in 10, and I still got 2 pairs of shoes, which are coming up that I sold. These filtration filters, gosh, I've had these in my store for a bunch of months. I got these in a box lot. It was one of those kind of fold together moving bins, storage bins. So I really wanted the bin, and I think I paid maybe $5 for the bin, maybe $5 or $6. Because it had these in it, and it had 5 other filters, which I still have up. I have yet to sell, but they're in my store. The filters, let me see, $29.99. All right, so somebody actually did buy these at full price, and they went in a flat rate mailer via priority mail. These easy peasy. I think these are for like a lab or something like that. I don't really know. I like to show stuff like this because I don't honestly know exactly what it is, but somebody else did, and it sold, and it's profit. I'm pretty sure this was the San Diego Comic-Con was, I think it was last week, or it's this week. And I wonder if somebody got this for that. It's the original series Star Trek Tricorder. It's not complete. It's actually missing a piece. That center piece right here, and in the center is actually supposed to be a cover there. There's supposed to be a little communicator that goes in this hole, and whatnot. But it did work. I had to clean the contacts a little bit, with a little vinegar on there, and got it to work. And it is super cool. This is if you do cosplay, and that's something, if you sell on eBay, you got to know about cosplay, because it is a keyword that you should definitely put in. If there's an item that you're selling, and you really need to think about, is this something that somebody could use for a costume? And this is definitely one of them. This along with, say, Star Trek lightsabers and stuff like that. It's a must-have item. If you're going to be, a Star Trek, Nurse Chapel, or specifically in this case, probably McCoy from Star Trek, you need this. And I took a best offer. Let's see, 29. I don't know. Somebody bought this at full price, $29.99, and at $30, I think the highest price one I had seen like this was not close to that, but maybe the Comic-Con had something to do with it. It's incomplete, but it works, and it gets a good price. And sometimes, you could see these at yard sales for a couple bucks. I got this at a toy auction in a lot, and I think I paid up for the lot with a bunch of other Star Trek and Star Wars toys and figures and stuff. So probably had a few bucks into this, but easy find at a yard sale, and easy flip, easy ship. Okay, here's one of the phones that I sold. This is the red one. Yeah, I took a best offer of $23 on this. I ended up at the beginning of this video, I talked about the USB plug for free with the wires, and I ended up finding a charger cord in that box that I used for this item. These I got at a auction. I got this, and then there's another gray one coming up that they were $1 a piece. And normally I don't really mess with these, older phones, but they came in the box like this, and you really can't go wrong. It's practically new. They were super clean, and these are great items for seniors, an extra phone just to have, a child, somebody new that well, maybe not a child, but somebody who is getting to become a teenager and wants their first phone, emergencies, etc. So this one, like I said, I took a best offer, easy to ship, and I had one more, and here's the other one. On this one, I did get the full price. I got the $29.99. After I sold the first one, I kind of didn't take it, didn't really look at it the same way, because that one, the first one sold right away, and this one sold, I think, a day or two later. So I was doing something right. And again, at $1, I'm super psyched about that. Here's one of the two pairs of the shoes that I got with the Keurig that I showed earlier. These are Dr. Scholl's Dance. They're women's clog style. They're new in box. This one, let's see, where did I get? For the black, yeah, but actually both of these I got $30 for both pairs. So $30 and then shipping, $30 with shipping on top. So for this one I got 30, and then here's the brown pair. I got 30 for these as well. And they sold pretty quickly. I think within a week of listing them. So for 30 and 30 on these, and then with the Keurig, remember I gave that lady $10 for all three items. So very happy with the sales, and I still have two chunks of the Keurig that are still up. Ooh, this one. These boots are fantastic. If they were a half size bigger, I would keep them. They are Polo Ralph Lauren. They're kind of like a biker boot, zip up design. They are, I don't like to say like new, but they're almost new. I had these up for months. I got these at a flea market for $5 in like March. So I took a best offer of $30 on these. I had them up for, I think, $90 at first, but they just didn't sell. They don't fit me. So I probably could have sat and got the full 45 or maybe even more, but they gotta go. They're bulky. They're taking up bin space. So $30, ship them off. Sold a bunch of Vera Bradley bags, especially I guess with the warmer weather approaching. This one, I took the best offer of $30 for this. It is one of the larger. It's a larger toggle tote. It has this toggle bolt here. It is had like no wear on it. It's a beautiful pattern. It's large, and if you see here, it's in this pirouette pattern. And like I said, $30. I paid $1 at a yard sale for this. I got this and a bunch of LL Bean bags, all for $1. I sell a lot of bags pretty regularly. Keep an eye out for bags. I mean, people, they don't think much of them, and the right bag can be easily over $50, maybe more, used if it's in good shape, depending on the bag. This Vera Bradley, if you go to Vera Bradley's website, down at the bottom, you'll see there's retired patterns, and you can find the exact pattern. sometimes it can be a little difficult to figure out the exact one. And a lot of times people are wrong on eBay when you look at other listings. So get it right. People, I think it does help with the purchase, and people know exactly what they're getting. Super soakers, 'tis the season right now for soaking, I guess. These, I had these up for about a week. They're not perfect. They're a little bit, a little sun drenched, a little faded, but they're complete. They both work. I got these at a flea market last year. I paid, I think, $2 a piece for these, and I took a best offer of $30. These went local. I went to New York, I believe, and so I believe they did break down. I was able to get them into the larger priority box from the post office, and they're fun. Nerf Super Soaker Nerf, kids love it. It sells. And I got a more expensive one coming up. These two guys, I had these listed separately, gosh, for a long time. Probably, I think, since the winter. Nobody bid on them. And then I combined them and did a 2-for-1. And on the Transformers, let's see. I think I got full price on these. Let's see. Yeah, $32.99. So I got full price on a buy it now on these. They did fit into not the biggest, but the next biggest priority mail free box from the Postal Service. I remember getting these at a flea market last summer. And again, the guy was packing up to leave, and he had a box of Transformers, some of which I sold, previous, and they were smaller, probably little, like, that big, and I said, hey, how much for the box of Transformers? Probably maybe 10 or 12 in there. He said $10. I said, hey, no problem. And he said, oh, well, here, take these too. And he had these, and they had batteries in them, and he said, they keep making noise. I hate them. Please take them. And I said, oh, okay. So I took them from him. That's one thing you definitely want to look at. Toys that make noise bother people that don't appreciate them. So one thing I always do is pick up the toy, and if it has batteries in it, like hit it a few times, and the person might actually be annoyed and want to give it away or give it to you for a good price. So there's a little tip. If a parent is annoyed by their kid's toy, they may, throw it in a deal for you. So that's kind of what happened with these two. Hey, I just sold this the other day, SodaStream. These are great. I mean, and they still work. They still make the, SodaStream packs, and the great thing, what I like about it is, you really get a lot for your money, in my opinion, with the SodaStream. I have one of my own. I use it all the time. This one's more the intro model, where it comes with the empty tank and 2 bottles. The only thing about when you sell something like this, you got to make sure you have to ship it ground service, either FedEx or Parcel Post ground service, because of the CO2 tank. Even though it's empty, you don't want that to come back flagged as hazardous materials. So, but this one, again, I had this a bit higher. I had it around like $45, but lowered it. And on the SodaStream, yep, $32.99. So I got full price on that, and off it went. I think I got this at a flea market for $5. I remember, again, end of the day, real hot. And the guy was packing, how much for SodaStream? $5. Gave him the Lincoln and moved on. Hey, these beautiful moccasins were part of a bin lot that I got at an auction. I got the bin for, I think, $10. and I ended up selling a pair of Adidas shoes out of there for I think like $35. I had them in a previous video, and then I sold these moccasins. Let's see, moccasins, $34.19. Best offer taken on that. They're beautiful. You know, they're very rarely worn. It looks. They still have the beads and everything. Beautiful bottoms, and I'm sure someone's enjoying these in this lovely weather. So again, probably had very little into it, and I still have probably half a dozen pairs of shoes to sell out of that same bin. So, and they're, you know, leather moccasins. Try to buy these retail. Good luck. This Genesis Classic console. This is one of those. It's not an actual Genesis. It's a kind of a clone version, small version to play on your TV. But it comes with all these different games pre-installed. What I liked about it was going to use it just to actually test Genesis games that I get, but ended up listing it. I got this off a guy at a yard sale for $8, and on the Genesis, let's see. Yeah, I got took a best offer of $35 on this, and it went through the global shipping program. So I think it went to Europe, maybe France or something like that. And again, I just had to ship it out to Kentucky. I probably, like I said, I had $8 into it. It was kind of mint. It looked great, and I'm not surprised somebody wanted to pay up for it. This I just sold today. It is a primitive cranberry scoop. I got this at a local auction for $1. No one kind of knew what it was. They actually sold this as a magazine rack, which I guess you could use it as that. I knew it was a cranberry scoop. I had seen them before. And kind of at first glance, you don't really think much of it, but this is actually a nicely handmade kind of piece of primitive art, if you want to look at it that way, or a tool to, you know, scoop up your cranberries when you flood your field. And on this one, yes, I took a best offer of $35. I had this listed a little bit higher, but kind of came down, and I'm okay with $35 on my buck to move it along, and I hope the person that gets it loves it, because it's pretty cool. This is about the second or third of these that I've sold. This is a Splicer editor for Kodak. You know, when you're actually splicing together your film back in the day, this did that. And again, it's a complete little set here. It comes with, you know, the splicer and your tapes and the little tool there. And it's easy peasy ship. I see these all the time. I actually have 2 more on deck. And on this one, let me see. On the Kodak, yep, full price, $40. I got this, I think I paid $5 at a flea market. And then I ended up, like I said, I think I have 2 more of these. I guess I gotta keep listing them because they sell. This is the second one of these I've sold in the last 2 months. This is the larger size Hermetics. This one you lay on a couch, and you can, or a couch or a sofa, and or even like a large lazy boy, you could do it. And it does full body with heat and massage, and it has different zones. It's pretty cool. The only thing, a little bit hard to ship, but I did find out that when I get my shipments of boxes from the Postal Service, the actual box that the boxes come in, which I would normally recycle, fits this folded up perfectly. The cool thing, if you see here, these fold up with the strap there, and it slides right into that box perfectly. So it can be a little pain to ship, but I got this one, I believe I got this at the Goodwill, or no, actually I got this at a yard sale, And I bought this and 2 other massagers that the lady had, and I gave her $7 for all 3. So again, $45 on a buy it now. Boom, and off it goes. Bose. This I got for $1 at a flea market. The lady said it didn't work at all. Turns out that on the bottom, the hold, if you ever sell these, a lot of these CD players have a hold button on the bottom or the side, and it was on, so it didn't work for them. But I noticed that, and I did need to replace the batteries, so I got it for $1 because they thought it was broken. It did work, but it did have an issue with the screen. If you look here, parts of the LCD kind of screen that shows, the details of what's going on is busted. So I did put that. Player has an issue with the screen, etc., etc. On the Bose, I took a best offer. No, somebody bought this full price, $45. And I did offer free shipping on this, I think as part of a sale I was doing. So I like to show stuff like this because, again, someone could easily just toss this as not working, but it's Bose, it works. You're able to play the CDs, by the buttons right on it. And, $45 for something that's not completely working that I got for $1. It's pretty stoked. Pretty stoked about this too. I got this at a small little auction I go to a couple towns over. Usually they don't have much, but this actually was in the box. This is a guitar thrash pedal, and this is used, to kind of whack out, change. They used to call it like a wah-wah pedal. This one I got for, I think I paid $2 or $3. Nobody really was interested in this at the auction, and I took a best offer of $50 on this, and got good feedback on it. It's small, right out via, wrapped it up nicely and went out via a priority mail. And again, stuff like this, anything audio related, guitar related, you can get some good money out of stuff. So keep an eye out. This gear, pretty cool. Got this at a local flea market. I can't remember if it was last year in the fall or this year in the spring, but this flea market that I go to is a lot of people just getting rid of stuff, and this was in a box with some other lacrosse gear that was new and never opened. Still all by Brine. Brine's a pretty good brand, and synonymous with kind of hockey and pads and stuff. So these are all used lacrosse gear, youth sized, and I just put it all in a lot. A buyer in New York, pretty close to me, they offered me either $50 with the shipping or $60 for free shipping. I did the $60 for free shipping because he was pretty close. And off it went. I remember I paid the girl, I got the box of the lacrosse gear and a Levi's denim jacket. I think I gave her $7 for everything. And I had since sold the Levi's jacket. I think I put that in a video. So I like to bundle stuff when I buy. You can really kind of maximize some profits there. And sometimes stuff will sit for a little while before it sells, but when it does, you really then made a lot of good profit on your bundle. Super psyched, super psyched, yes, but super soaker. This water cannon, I took a best offer of $60. It sold within about 2 to 3 days. Kind of a pain to box it, but it was good to go. I got this last year. It was in the fall after the summer season was over. I got this along with a couple other water guns, not the ones that I showed you previous, or some other guns. I know on this, I remember the guy I bought it from, and I paid $8. So sold it for 60, and they paid shipping on top of that. I've seen these water cannon guns go for over $100, especially if you have the box. It is an incredibly cool toy. It would be what I would want. I mean, this thing is, it's way over 2 feet long. I mean, and it can shoot the water really far, yada yada. Anyway, off it went. I was able to score a box and get this out. So $60 on my $8. This was an item I got locally at a yard sale. I believe it might have been on a Sunday, and I was really kind of surprised that this was just sitting there and nobody picked this up. This is it's a Pepsi kind of 12-pack vending machine. It's tiny. Well, not tiny. Probably, I think it's about 2 feet tall. It's more of a novelty fridge. If your stuff is cold, it keeps it cold. So if you're having a party or whatever, somebody can kind of come over and, act like they're getting a Pepsi. It's really cool, and it was in near mint condition. The person that I got it from said they got it as a gift from the company they work for. And I don't think that was Pepsi. I think it was like a holiday party gift or something like that. And they never used it, they said. So it was really, really nice. I took a best offer of $75. I paid $10. I got it for $10. This is one of the rare occasions where I actually went out and bought. Out of necessity, I had to get a fitted box. I wanted to go to Staples and pick up a box to ship this in because I really wanted to make sure that it got there okay. And so far, so good. No issues. This is the last item, guys. This is the Nintendo Game Boy Advance in the Cobalt Blue. This one was, let's see, I took a best offer of $80 on this item. And you can see here the 130. I was getting some real lowball offers on this, and I really didn't kind of want to break it up. But I was going back and forth with a buyer, and I said, look, either I'll give you the box and the manuals or the games, not both. For that best offer of $80, and he took it with the box and the manuals, of course, because that's definitely a little bit, in my opinion, a little bit more valuable. But I still have these all these 12 games, so I'll list those up. I haven't had a chance to get those back up separately. So $80 for this Cobalt. I got this at a yard sale, and this is a kind of a quick story. The lady, I guess somebody had passed, and she had all this stuff out, and she actually had a Coleman lantern that she said was brand new, and so I said, oh, and I actually believed her, and I bought the lantern, and she wanted $10 for all the Nintendo stuff, so I think I ended up giving her $15 for the lantern and the Game Boy stuff. Well, of course, I got home, and the glass for the lantern was completely shattered, and so then, obviously not able to sell that lantern. Now it's a piece. So glad that I could, flip this Game Boy. The Cobalt Blue color's actually pretty desirable. I've sold the Cobalt Blue, just a bare Advance in the Cobalt Blue for over $30 just by itself. So definitely look out for those. And that's it, guys. Check out my eBay store at Horizon Picks. Feel free to comment on this video. Did I beat the market? Did the market beat me? And I wanted to give a couple shout outs. I'm going to put some links to some of my mentors, if you want to call them. Chad, the Golden Figure Picker. Ronnie Hart at Hart's Pickers. Who else? Dusty and Tristan over at Alabama Pickers. Jim Bennett, my old friend Jim Bennett. And Little Things and More, and Scavenger Life. All you guys have definitely inspired me to share some of my knowledge, some of my sales about eBay trends. And thanks for doing what you do, and sharing is caring. So Talk to you soon. Have a good one.